Hey everybody, Pete Tansley here, and today I want to teach you how to get new clients in a commercial gym. Are you struggling to get new clients from the gym? Perhaps your personal training manager isn't giving you enough leads, or the leads they do give you for the free sessions you have to run are just low quality and not converting, and perhaps they're just not interested in getting more training from you. So I want to share with you a couple of methods which have proven to work really, really well. The first thing I want to talk about is the survey method. So essentially what this is, you are going to approach people you haven't met before and ask them for feedback on the gym. Okay? Now, the reason this works so well is it disarms the entire conversation. You know, when a prospect or a new gym member sees a personal trainer approaching, they're probably intimidated and they probably feel you are going to try to sell them something. Okay? So they're probably a little bit scared about that approach. So when you approach with a survey and explain how it works to them, it completely disarms the conversation. It removes the mask of them feeling they have to be protective and not tell you anything, and they now have permission to give you some feedback on the gym. Okay? That's why it works so well, as opposed to just walking up to strangers, which, by the way, is still effective. From the client's point of view or the prospect's point of view, it's a much less salesy environment. So here's how it works. We want to break it down into three things: the approach, the actual survey, and then the follow-up. Okay? So firstly, with the approach, you want to be in good uniform and look presentable and not smelling like you've just done a workout. And on a nice clipboard with clean surveys printed, you are going to approach people that either look new in the gym, perhaps they look a bit lost and you haven't seen them before, people you haven't met, or people that have been there for a long time. And you've perhaps seen them and eyeballed them and said hello, but maybe the headphones are always in or you haven't had a full chat. So you can go up to these people and engage in a full conversation. So that's the approach. Now let's talk about the actual survey. So on the A4 piece of paper that you print out, it's going to be pretty simple. At the top will be like, how long have you been a member of this gym before? What kind of things do you do in the gym? You know, group exercise, swimming pool, do my own gym, my own weights. Maybe the third question will be, what are your goals for the next 6 months? Tell me more about those. Number 4, you can have a fun question like, hey, if you are the new owner of this gym and you had a $1 million budget or an unlimited budget, what would you change? What would you add? Who would you fire? Who would you hire? Get them to think creatively about what they will do to improve the facility. And the last question should be something along the lines of, what do you feel that you need so that you can get to your goals? What are the challenges, or perhaps what's missing in your current program that you need? Okay. Now, so when you walk up to people with a survey, you'll say something along the lines of, hi, my name's Pete. I'm doing a quick survey so we can improve the gym. Do you mind if I just, steal a minute of your time? And as a thank you, I'm going to give you a one-on-one personal training session with me as a way to say thanks. Now, if you ask like that, happy, enthusiastic, expecting a yes reply, 99% of people are going to say, yeah, of course. Okay? And then you say, great, let's get started. Can I ask you a couple of questions? And they'll say, yeah. And then what do? You ask a couple of questions. Now, as you're asking the questions, I'm not coaching the person or butting in. I'm just sort of letting them talk. I'm gathering information. Even if they said all they do is cardio and they eat a really low-protein diet, or perhaps they said something that went against your personal beliefs, I'm not going to coach them. I'm just going to collect information at this stage. At the end of the survey, at the bottom, I'm going to say, great, thanks so much, Sally. Hey, like I said at the start, I want to book in that one-on-one chat with that one-on-one session with you, and I can help you with these challenges that you're having so that you can achieve your XYZ goals, whatever they've said. And then I'd literally get my phone out right next to them, and I'd book a time in, I'd grab their mobile number, and then later that day I'll text them to confirm. Okay? Now it's really that simple. That's the survey. And by the way, when you have some good responses, pass them along to your PTM or your gym manager so that you can be seen as a go-giver to them, as resourceful for them, but also so they can improve the facility. Okay? Now here's where the follow-up happens. So let's say you approach 10 people and 9 of them book in for surveys. Later that day, you're going to text them all. Say, hey Sally, it's Pete here. Just a reminder that your complimentary session is Wednesday at 6 a.m. Here's where I want to meet you. I'm really looking forward to it. See you then, Pete. And you can just copy paste that across multiple SMS messages, right? If they were to say no, that's totally fine. You might get the survey responses. They might just give you a polite no. They might be worried about privacy or something. That's fine. When you see them next time, at least you have some context. You've met them, you've shook their hand, you've said hello to them, you know their name. Remember their name. And when you see them tomorrow or the next day, just give them a smile and a hello. And if the conversation's there, then maybe it will go further next time. So don't burn bridges if somebody says no. But in my experience, everyone says yes to this. Hey, full disclosure, I use this method. When I started at a gym, I added 21 clients in 2 weeks doing this method, all of them onto minimum $100 per week. And that was, I probably approached 25 people, 23 or 22 did the free session. I think I sold 17 or 18, and then the rest, the other 3 or 4 were referrals of those people. That's all I did. I didn't rely on the PTM. I didn't rely on the gym manager. I just took ownership and did the surveys. So, and of course, when they book in, if it's a yes, they book in, then they enter your sales system. You meet them one-on-one for a 45 or a 60-minute session. And if they want more info, which most of them will, you'll present your prices and hopefully you'll close them, most of them, into a high-end program. Now, in terms of growth for this, I told you I did 21 clients in 14 days. In fact, I think it was 12 days because I had the weekend off. But what are some numbers that you could do realistically? Firstly, today, day 1, print out the surveys, get them ready. In fact, I'm even going to include the survey down below. If you want a copy of that, just download that template and you can use it straight away. Then, if you approached 5 people per day, by the way, these are conservative numbers. If you approach 5 people per day conservatively, 4 people will do the survey, 3 of them would book in for a consult, and even if worst case scenario, 2 of them turn up. That's going to be, if we multiply that by the week, 5 days a week, you do 25, that's going to be 10 consults performed every single week, 2 per day. And then if you're closing 7 or 8 or 9 out of 10, you're going to fill up your client roster pretty fast using this survey method. All right, so let's recap what we've done so far. I've told you that surveys are the best way because they disarm the conversation and people don't feel threatened. We looked at the approach, how to approach people, how to do it without being threatening, be enthusiastic, be friendly. Then we looked at what's actually on the survey. And when we approach people, we say, hey, when you do this, I'll give you this. And then we follow up like a professional. We book them in. We send them an SMS. And then we meet them. We're there 5 minutes early. We meet them on time for our consult. And we help them. We educate them. We use our selling system to then sell them into our high-end, high-price program. Hey, I really hope this helps. The download is below, like I said. You can get a transcription of this video, and I'm even going to throw in the exact survey I used to get 21 clients in 12 days. I really hope this is helpful. I know it works. I'd love any feedback and any questions you have. Pop them down below, and I'll answer them myself personally. Have a great day. Talk soon. This is Pete, signing out. Cheers.